Hey everybody, it's Colette Baron-Reid. Welcome to this week's Astro Oracle reading. Me and the sleeping Bizou, in case you're wondering, what has she got on her lap? It's a dog. And we are going to be doing the Astro Oracle reading for everybody, 12 zodiac signs. You're going to get 9 cards at the end of this, if you have a different sign for your sun sign, your ascendant, and your moon. If you're a triple sign or a double sign, you're only going to get 2 or 1 reading. But bottom line is pay attention, because this is going to make the weekly energy forecast make more sense to you intimately and personally. Okay, let's get going. Oh, before we do, I forgot to tell you, you're going to want to sign up to my newsletter list. Why? Because on Tuesday the 23rd, we're going to be telling you all about our awesome Black Friday and Cyber Monday sale. So check it out. And plus, also, you're going to want to be on my newsletter list because you're going to get all kinds of free stuff too. On top of all of that, you just hang out with me there. Okay, so Astro Oracle, here we go with Aries. We're using Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, my very second Oracle card deck that I created. And the first one that my friend Jenna de la Gratalia illustrated with me. So we're going to do Aries first. The first card for Aries is the Well Watcher. Then we have, then we have the Web Weaver. And we have the third card for you is the Diamond Dreamer. So this is a business week for you, Aries. Getting really clear about how your work manifests itself through the divine, right? So in other words, how do you serve on a more spiritual level? Does your business or your job or what you actually do on a daily basis that brings you into a prosperity or material wealth? Because this is about actual tangible things like how you make your paycheck. And if you find that that's not 100%, then how do you bring more spirit into that? That's what this is asking. Because remember that everything is cause and effect, and whatever you see in your world is a reflection of how you think, feel, behave, expect, etc. So remember that correlation. You want to bring more spirit into things this week, Aries. Now let's look at Taurus. Taurus personality this week is this. So we have the Lady of Lightning, the Sacred Union, and we have Gaia's Garden. The Lady of Lightning is in the protection position here, which means that there could be some type of a shock, but also it's that epiphany about something that you have to let go of, right? And it's interesting because it's related to whatever is not going right in your relationship, right? So the Sacred Union is about partnership, romance. So any kind of relationship, it could be a romantic relationship, it could also be a partnership at work, a colleague, etc. You're going to see something. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to blow up on you, but you're going to see that some of the weeds that you planted too, both of you had planted in the past. So it's a great week for you to weed your garden. And it will feel slightly abrupt. Typically that card comes up when there's an abrupt reckoning. But it's not negative. It's offering you an opportunity to grow. Now let's take a look at Gemini. So Gemini is, this is interesting. So the Ringmaster of Scrutiny is about discernment, details, clear vision. Diamond Dreamer, again, materialism, material wealth. In this case, like Gaia's Garden was abundance, this is about material wealth. And the Shadow Queen is really about when you manipulate things or looking for shortcuts. So for the Gemini personality, this is always reminding you, like, read the fine print. If it looks too good to be true, it's likely too good to be true. And it also is asking you not to cut corners around your integrity when it comes to your work, your job, your projects that you're involved in, creative projects, basically anything where you're, again, a paycheck is involved. So where does the shadow operate? Are you afraid of losing something? You know, sometimes when you want to clean up like the direction that you're going in, you want something that feels more spiritually in alignment with you. You think, oh, am I going to lose people? Is this what's going to happen? But in fact, that's actually the right thing to do. So Gemini is really taking a look at the details of your life, your business, your working relationships with other people, and how you might serve differently. And what have you learned from your shadow self that enables you to serve? That's because, you know, we teach what we need to learn. Okay, here we go. Now let's take a look at Cancer. So Cancer, hitting your mark, Keeper of the Scales, and my favorite card, the River Queen. So here we go with the Arrow Master for Cancers. You are going to hit your mark this week, no matter what. And it will be fair for other people too. So this is great. So this is a week for you where if you come in with the idea of fairness, balance and kindness for others, you're going to hit the mark that you wanted to hit to feel good. Basically, it's about, I'm going to feel really good as long as I bring this with me, bring this sense of compassion and fairness and kindness to others. Balance, fair, again, fairness, it's the scales, right? The River Queen then comes in and says that it's a natural movement that happens when you actually are just really in the flow of things. And you're bringing also a sense of detachment, because the arrow master, you shoot your arrow, but you don't chase the arrow to make sure that it hits the exact spot you want on the tree, right? It's really more about your intentions. So as long as you set your intentions to include others in your sense of what's good for you and others this week, you're going to do really great, Cancers. Now let's take a look at Leo. So we have Leo as the Sun Dancers. Then it's the Altar Priestess in protection, and it's the Ice Queen in protection too. So for Leo, you have lots of joyful activity in spite of the fact that not everything feels so sacred to you, and other people feel like they're pretty messy. And so to be reminded that you could take every day and make it a sacred experience for you, it won't matter about other people. The Ice Queen in protection means that things are thawing between you and other people. So perhaps maybe there was some issues that had stung in the past, and now you're making peace, and that's really good here. So let's go on to the next card, which is, next sign, which is Virgo. Virgo, here we go. Sun Dancers in protection. That's interesting. High Lord of Gratitude and Service, and then Ringmaster of Scrutiny and Protection. So this is about you taking yourself too seriously. That's for Virgo. So it's kind of like feeling a bit of a burden of your circumstances, other people's stuff. It's forgetting to be joyful and playful, right? Remember the Sandpiper spirit for this week was all about playful quality. Be reminded you need to be playful this week. If you step into this week through gratitude and really being grateful for even the smallest things, you're going to do great. What you have to watch for is if you are working off a recipe, make sure you measure it correctly. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a funky souffle, because this reminds us about, we have to pay attention to the details, but it's also a beautiful week to be big picture. Like, let's just drop all the minutia and just be really present and joyful for our family and friends, etc., or whatever experience that you're looking to have. Now let's take a look at Libra. Libra, also needing to be in big picture, the Chess Queen and the Web Weaver in protection. So you have two cards here. This is great because this is about, look at the big picture. Don't get caught up in all the small, fine details of things. The trust in spirit, right? You don't strategize or manipulate anything. You have to trust in this. You can't force anything, because when the web weaver is in the protection position, it actually reminds you that, the divine intelligence is there, and you think you're the only person on the chessboard making the moves, right? So just remember that you are in partnership with spirit here. You're not the only one on the board. And that's what the Chess Queen is reminding you of. It's not all you and what you're going to do next. Okay. And Libras always want harmony and making things good. And this is for Scorpio. So Scorpio, you have the Shadow Queen in protection, the Horse King, and the High Lord of Gratitude and Service and protection. So with the Shadow Queen, and when she's in protection, she says you have to really pay attention to your triggers this week. And let go control, because the Horse King comes in and saying, like, are you trying to control everything, everybody's behaviors, everybody's outcomes, everything like that? So you got to relinquish control this week, Scorpios. Interesting, the High Lord of Gratitude and Service is in protection. So it's being conscious of being grateful. So sometimes when we're in that control mode, we forget to be grateful. So this is just a reminder, let go the branch and trust that everybody has their own story. You can't control things. I would say the Serenity Prayer over and over and over again like a mantra this week. That's for Scorpio. Now, let's take a look at Sagittarius. So funny, Bazoo always wants me to go everywhere with me, and she always wants to sleep wherever I am. Man, the Shadow Queen's back again. You saw me shuffle. The resting tree is in protection and the ice queen is in okay. So you might be slightly frantic this week, but you're learning how to manage your energy and your boundaries. Don't let yourself get frantic is the point here. You need to bring yourself back into stillness. And even though things are thawing for you, right, it's also reminding you that you're not entitled to those things to be thawed. They will come of their own accord. So this is a week also of really letting go your expectations for how things are going to go, and make sure that you have good self-care. Now let's take a look at Capricorn, the Lady of the Mirror, and the Spirit Whisperer, and Dream Walker in protection. So 2 in protection, 1 upright. So Capricorns think this week, be very careful not to think it's everybody else but you. So coming in, that capricious quality of wanting things your way and not being able to see through other people's eyes is going to be really important for you to change that this week. Why? Because the Spirit Whisperer is in the center here about divine guidance and higher knowing. So keep praying to be shown the truth and relinquish your need to blame others or to make it about anybody but you, because this is about you realizing if you're pointing a finger outwards, 4 more are pointing back at you. So the Dream Walker in protection is about illusions. So this is about breaking down the illusions. You might have had a narrative about somebody that you made up in your head, and it isn't even true. So it's coming back down to earth and realizing, what is this really all about? Is this about me and my stuff? Am I been projecting it onto somebody else? It's important for you to do this week, Capricorns. Now we're looking at Aquarius. So let's look at Aquarius. We are going to look at Aquarius right now, Gaia's Garden, Lady of Lightning, and the Sacred Union. So there is hope for you in your personal close relationships here. But it again relates to you reaping what you sow, right? Like you can't expect change if you aren't willing to take your side of the dynamic between you and another person. That won't heal otherwise. But you are in a good position to do an inventory around that. It does say that you can do that. And so the shock is that the other person will be willing and being open to hear. Let's say you have an amends to make, they'll hear it. Or that you are meeting somebody new or having a new relationship where you're able to start something all over again, which is really quite beautiful for the Aquarius personality this week. It's really nice. So new beginnings and starting again. Last but not least, we have Pisces. So let's take a look at Pisces. Sacred Union again, lots of relationship cards this week, asking for help, and Lady of the Gift. So, okay, Sacred Union, awesome. So Pisces, it's all about relationships this week. And kind of recognizing that you're not the only person on that chessboard, just like, we saw with the chess queen, but really it's about asking small steps towards other people and asking for help, getting to know somebody, letting them talk, right? Learning about other people and not making you the center. The Lady of the Gift is beautiful because however generous you're going to be, you're going to receive that back tenfold. So this is a really, really beautiful week for the Pisces personality when it comes to any kind of relationship at all that your emotions are part of. Kind, like even with family and dear friends and romantic partnerships too. So this is all focused for you this week, Pisces. All right, everybody. Don't forget, we are having that very special sale, Cyber Monday and Black Friday, and Tuesday the 23rd is the day that we send out the email for all about that, plus extra things. You're going to want to be on my newsletter list, not just to hear about the big sale on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but also to get lots of free stuff that we keep sending out every few weeks. And we just really take good care of our community. So we'll see you again sometime soon. Take care. Okay, if you like this video, well, subscribe to my channel and leave me a thumbs up and a comment. We love reading your comments, and I'm going to see you next time. Take care. Bye.